You sued your doctor for medical malpractice, and now during the course of your lawsuit, you are going to have to answer questions by the defense attorney in a pretrial process called a deposition. That's a question and answer session that's given under oath and nowadays typically takes place on a Zoom video call. The answers that you give in response to questions by the defense attorney represent your sworn testimony. And even though this may be done on a Zoom video call, don't think for a second that it doesn't carry the same exact weight as if you are testifying in court at trial in front of a judge and a jury, because it does. So now the attorney who questions you happens to be a young, inexperienced attorney and has an attitude. He tends to be a bit aggressive and a bit obnoxious during his questioning, but he doesn't yet cross the line. However, it's making you very uncomfortable. He's getting you very frustrated, to the point where you just want to reach across the table and grab him on his lapels and start shaking him and say, "What's wrong with you? I'm the victim here. Why do you make me out to be the bad guy?" type thing. You are upset. You are furious. You are so angry about his attitude and the questions he is asking you that you keep telling your attorney at each break you take, "This is outrageous. Why is he asking me hundreds of questions having to do nothing whatsoever with the facts of this case?" And this is going on all day. And you leave the deposition at the end of the day with a terrible taste in your mouth about the other side and about their intentions and about the fact that they are nasty and obnoxious. And you want to know, if your case goes all the way to trial, is this the same attorney who's going to be the attorney who questions you, who cross-examines you at the time of trial? Is this nasty son of a gun the same one who's going to be in front of a jury asking them to deny our claim? And the reality is, in all likelihood, no, it is likely not going to be the same attorney. When I was growing up, my mother had a phrase that she would say in Yiddish, that if somebody did her wrong, if somebody wronged her, whether it was the dry cleaners or somebody in the supermarket, and she felt an injustice, her phrase, her Yiddish phrase was, "Mach shemam that bastard," right? And that was a phrase that I heard more than once, rightfully so. There were instances where she was absolutely correct to have that frustration. And now there are instances where an injured patient who has brought a lawsuit now goes through a deposition process. They have spent 7 hours answering questions, hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of questions about what happened to them. If the attorney, and I will tell you, it doesn't happen often, where the attorney takes a nasty attitude or is obnoxious or is aggressive. It really doesn't happen often. Once in a blue moon, maybe. For the most part, most of the attorneys who question my clients tend to be respectful and are polite and are professional. But the one occasion, a couple of occasions when this does happen, now the client, the injured patient, leaves with a terrible taste in their mouth. And they commiserate and they think about this endlessly. They think about how they were treated. Very, very important. And why is that psychologically important? Because now if a settlement offer comes in, from the time that they are questioned, that their deposition is completed, up until the time of trial, if a settlement offer comes in, now that offer is going to be clouded by their experience with that particular attorney. They are going to have in their mind that terrible injustice, that disrespect that occurred because this defense lawyer, this young, inexperienced lawyer, copped an attitude throughout the course of your deposition, and now didn't believe many of the answers you were giving. And now when it comes time to make an educated decision about whether or not to go forward and evaluate or entertain a settlement offer, now the only thing going through your mind is, "Those nasty bastards, how could they have done this? I can't believe they waited this long to go ahead and make a settlement offer." And my mother's Yiddish phrase comes to mind very often, "Mach shemam those bastards." And that's not a pleasant phrase to hear, especially when you understand the reasoning behind why the injured patient, the injured client may be so frustrated. And it's understandable. So to get back to the question that I raised in the title of this video, is it likely that the attorney who questions you during your pretrial deposition is going to be the same one who tries your case for the defense? In most instances, the answer is no. In most cases, the defense attorney who's going to be representing the doctor is going to be a very experienced, very seasoned trial lawyer who has a great deal of experience. So why do I share this information with you? I share it with you to open your eyes, to help you understand the feelings of frustration you might experience if this type of thing occurs to you during the course of your lawsuit. Now, I realize you're likely watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter happened in New York and you have not yet started a lawsuit, but are contemplating bringing a case and still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.